Beyond the Magic Chapter 1 Beyond the Magic Gate. In the tranquil hours of dusk, Emily and Sarah strolled homeward through the winding streets of their quaint hometown. The air was tinged with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the distant melody of birdsong filled the atmosphere with a sense of serenity, as the golden rays of the setting sun painted the sky in hues of crimson and amber. They reveled in the simple pleasures of everyday life. Their footsteps echoed softly against the cobblestone pathways, a rhythmic cadence that mirrored the steady beat of their hearts. With each step, they drew closer to home, their thoughts already drifting to the comfort of familiar surroundings, and the promise of a warm meal shared with loved ones. But fate had other plans in store for them that evening. Plans that would forever alter the course of their lives. As they rounded the final bend before reaching their destination, a sudden burst of light shattered the tranquility of the evening, casting long shadows upon the cobblestones at their feet. Startled, Emily and Sarah exchanged a bewildered glance, their curiosity piqued by the mysterious phenomenon unfolding before them. Without a word, they moved as one towards the source of the light, their apprehension tempered by an overwhelming sense of curiosity. What lay beyond the veil of darkness, they could only wonder. But the allure of the unknown beckoned them forward, guiding their every step. And so, with hearts filled with equal parts trepidation and excitement, they stepped into the unknown, their journey into the realm of magic and mystery only just beginning. Chapter 2 The Gateway to Aldendor. The world around them shimmered and shifted, reality warping and twisting as they crossed the threshold into a realm unlike any they had ever known. Gone were the familiar sights and sounds of their hometown, replaced instead by the towering spires and arcane wonders of Aldendor, the legendary city of magic. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the academy, they found themselves enveloped by a sense of wonder and awe. Everywhere they turned, they were met with wonders beyond their wildest imaginings. Towering libraries filled with ancient tomes, grand halls adorned with shimmering tapestries, and courtyards alive with the vibrant colors of exotic flora. But amidst the beauty and splendor of their new surroundings, a sense of unease lingered, like a shadow lurking just beyond the edge of perception. Whispers of a dark force stirring in the depths of Aldendor reached their ears, igniting a spark of curiosity that burned ever brighter with each passing moment. Determined to uncover the truth behind the growing unrest, Emily and Sarah embarked on a quest that would test the very limits of their courage and resolve. Little did they know, their journey would lead them to the heart of a mystery that threatened not just Aldendor, but the very fabric of reality itself. Chapter 3 The Bonds of Friendship. Weeks turned into months as Emily, Sarah, and their newfound friend Eric forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of friendship. Together, they explored every corner of Aldendor, their laughter echoing through the corridors as they delved into the mysteries of magic. But as whispers of a looming threat began to spread, their idyllic existence was shattered, replaced by a sense of unease that hung heavy in the air. Undeterred, they embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery behind the growing unrest. Unaware of the trials that awaited them, their journey took them to the darkest corners of the academy, where whispers of ancient evils and forbidden magics lingered like a curse upon the land. With each new clue they uncovered, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place, revealing a sinister plot that threatened to tear their world asunder. As the forces of darkness gathered their strength, Emily, Sarah, and Eric stood as beacons of hope amidst the encroaching shadows. In a climactic showdown that tested the very limits of their courage and resolve, they confronted the source of the malevolence that threatened to consume their world. Bathed in the flickering light of arcane energies, they fought with a ferocity born of desperation, their spirits unbroken even as the very ground trembled beneath their feet. With each spell cast and each blow struck, they drew closer to victory, their hearts ablaze with the fire of determination. The clash of magic reverberated through the halls of Aldendor, shaking the very foundations of the ancient city. Emily unleashed torrents of flame upon their foes, her eyes blazing with determination as she fought to protect her friends and the world they held dear. Sarah weaved intricate spells of protection, her movements graceful and precise as she shielded her allies from harm. Beside them, Eric stood tall and resolute, his sword flashing in the dim light as he cut through the ranks of their enemies with practiced ease. Though the odds were stacked against them, they fought with a courage born of desperation, their spirits unbroken even as the darkness closed in around them. But just when it seemed that all hope was lost, a brilliant flash of light illuminated the battlefield, banishing the shadows and heralding the arrival of their salvation. With a triumphant roar, reinforcements poured forth from the gates of Aldendor, their arrival turning the tide of battle in their favor. United in purpose and resolve, Emily, Sarah, and Eric fought side by side, their bond stronger than ever in the face of overwhelming odds. And as the last echoes of conflict faded into the night, they stood victorious, their friendship forged in the crucible of adversity, and tempered by the fires of battle. Chapter 4: The Unraveling of Reality. As the days stretched into weeks and the weeks into months, Emily, Sarah, and Eric delved deeper into the mysteries of Aldendor, their quest for answers, leading them down a path fraught with danger and uncertainty. With each new revelation, they uncovered a web of deceit and treachery that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. Dark forces conspired in the shadows, their machinations weaving a tangled web of lies and half-truths that ensnared all who dared to oppose them. Emily, Sarah, and Eric found themselves drawn ever deeper into the heart of the conspiracy, their every move watched by unseen eyes, their every action countered by an enemy shrouded in darkness. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, they found strength in each other, their bond serving as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Together, they faced challenges that would have felled lesser souls, their courage unwavering in the face of overwhelming odds. Their journey took them to the farthest reaches of Aldendor, where ancient secrets lay hidden beneath layers of forgotten lore. With each new discovery, they uncovered clues to the true nature of the threat that loomed over their world, piecing together fragments of a puzzle that spanned the breadth of time itself. But even as they drew closer to the heart of the conspiracy, the forces arrayed against them grew ever stronger, their enemies marshalling their strength for a final, devastating blow. With time running out and the fate of their world hanging in the balance, Emily, Sarah, and Eric knew that they would need to confront the source of the darkness head-on if they were to have any hope of prevailing. Chapter 5: The Final Confrontation. The air crackled with tension as Emily, Sarah, and Eric stood before the gates of Aldendor. Their resolve unyielding in the face of overwhelming odds. Before them loomed the towering spires of the academy. Their once proud walls now stained with the taint of corruption. With each step they took, the weight of their burden grew heavier. The weight of the world resting squarely upon their shoulders. But they did not falter, for they knew that the fate of their world depended on their success. And they were determined to see their mission through to the end. As they ventured deeper into the heart of Aldendor, they were met with wave after wave of enemies. Their path blocked at every turn by the twisted minions of darkness. But Emily, Sarah, and Eric fought on, their determination unyielding, their spirits unbroken in the face of overwhelming odds. Their journey brought them to the very heart of the academy, where the source of the darkness awaited them, its malevolent presence, casting a pall over the once beautiful city. With each passing moment, the tension in the air grew thicker, the sense of impending doom weighing heavily on their hearts. But they did not waver, for they knew that they stood on the precipice of history, their actions determining the fate of their world for generations to come. With a final, defiant roar, they charged into battle, their weapons flashing in the dim light as they clashed with their enemies in a frenzy of steel and magic. Beside them, Eric stood tall and resolute, his sword flashing in the dim light as he cut through the ranks of their enemies with practiced ease. Though the odds were stacked against them, they fought with a courage born of desperation, their spirits unbroken even as the darkness closed in around them. But just when it seemed that all hope was lost, a brilliant flash of light illuminated the battlefield, banishing the shadows and heralding the arrival of their salvation. With a triumphant roar, reinforcements poured forth from the gates of Aldendor, their arrival turning the tide of battle in their favor. United in purpose and resolve, Emily, Sarah, and Eric fought side by side, their bond stronger than ever in the face of overwhelming odds. And as the last echoes of conflict faded into the night, they stood victorious, their friendship forged in the crucible of adversity, and tempered by the fires of battle.